Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Going to do some NBA picks for Sunday, January the 10th, 2021. Um, Amazing yesterday. 8-0. I ran the table. First time all season. I haven't done that in football. I haven't done that in NBA. That was just like divine inspiration somehow. Um, Everything went the right way. So 8-0, I'm up to 75 and 64, 540 winning percentage. Let's see what today's association slate is going to do for me. I've got 8 games on the docket, as they say. Well, I hate docket. That sounds like you're in court. Knock on wood. Or is it up here? Here? Or here? Wouldn't be prudent. Doing my George Bush impersonations a lot. George H.W. Bush, by the way, if you mix up your presidents. Yeah, so let's get to the association schedule today. We've got 8 games. 3 o'clock game in a little while is the Jazz visiting the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to take the Jazz in that game. Clean sheet on both sides, but Jazz have a better club. Just going to take the Jazz on the road. The Bulls are out in LA for a 4 o'clock Eastern tip. Clips are at full strength finally, and the Bulls are not. They've got a number of role players that are out. So as the is attacking, so we're gonna take the Clippers on at home over the Bulls. The Nuggets are at Madison Square Garden to play the Knicks. There are a number of role players out for the Knicks. That means they have a depleted bench. They really don't have that many answers inside for Jokic. I'm going to go ahead with the Nuggets on the road. Thunder is in Brooklyn to take on the Nets. Ariza is out still for the Thunder. And Durant is still out for the quarantining issues. But also, we've got Irving is day-to-day as well. But they are at home. So I get the impression that that this becomes more of a pick 'em. But at home, I'm going to take the home team in a pick 'em, typically speaking. So we'll go with the Nets at home over the Thunder. The Heat are in Boston to play the Celtics for the Knicks and Nets games are at 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock tip for in Boston between the Heat and the Celtics. Kemba Walker's still out with his knee issue, but we have cough issues with Tatum and Brown. That throws this game to the Heat very easily. So we're going to take the Heat on the road over the Celtics. Another 7 o'clock Eastern tip is going to have the Lakers in H-Town to play the Rockets. Not much commentary necessary here. There's these day-to-day kerfuffles that are happening. Yeah, I just said kerfuffle. These little issues here and there, regular wear and tear, but these guys then post double-doubles for the Lakers. So, when they say that Davis and LeBron both have those issues, I just kind of go, okay, whatever. He's going to blame, they list them day to day almost all the time with these issues that they have. They're tough guys, and they play well. And the Rockets, they just don't have the roster to stack up with the Lakers anyway. So we're going to take the Lakers on the road in H-Town. The Spurs are in Minneapolis to play the T-Wolves. DeRozan is out for the Spurs. That is a big loss. T-Wolves are, if you just looked at records, you'd say Spurs. But without DeRozan and they're on the road, I'm going to take the T-Wolves in this game. Low conviction, but I'm going to take the T-Wolves over the Spurs because DeRozan is out. Excuse me. We're clamped, ain't ya? Final game, thankfully, for my hamburger helper throat. It's just coffee. I know you was wondering. All right, so last one is the Raptors are going to Oaktown. They're going to play the Warriors. Now, the Warriors can get hot at any time. But let's say this. The Raptors put up 144 on the Kings Friday night. I have been waiting for Siakam to get out of his slump. He had a double-double. There were other guys on that team that came out of slumps also. I got a feeling the Raptors are about to come out. They're about to go on a little bit of a run. I'm not saying 10 or 20 in a row, but I think they're going to come back to where they belong. I actually like what I'm seeing there because they've been offensively challenged for a while. But to throw 144 up on any NBA team means that you're starting to shoot better. So that it doesn't mean that the Kings don't play defense well enough, obviously, in that game. But if you're shooting well, you're shooting well. And that tends to go in streaks. They were ice cold. They were having all kinds of problems. Siakam particularly wasn't playing that well. I just have a feeling on this one. Without that game on Friday, I would actually be picking the Warriors at home as a pick'em. Raptors, though, I think they're coming out of it. I really do. We're going to watch that. They're a team to watch right now. Because I do expect them to go up the chart here. Nick Nurse is not a chump. He's a good coach. Okay? He can put them in the right positions, but if the shots aren't going down, they're not winning games. Okay? And this stuff does even out. You go through hot streaks and cold streaks throughout a season. So I'm a believer they're going to be in the playoffs somewhere. They're going to be in the top 8 somewhere. So we'll see what happens. All right, so let's revisit these. Jazz on the road against the Pistons at 3. Clippers at home over the Bulls at 4. These are Eastern time tips. Nuggets on the road against the Knicks at 6 o'clock. Also at 6, we have the Nets defending their turf over the Thunder. The Nets winning at home, in other words, over the Thunder. The Heat at 7 o'clock, delivering a road win against the Celtics. The Lakers on the road at 7 against the Rockets. We have the T-Wolves at home over a DeRozan-less Spurs team at 8. And the Raptors, who look to have hit the ignition switch on their offense against the Warriors, who have one guy who can hit an ignition switch. These guys have 3 or 4. The Raptors do. They all get hot at the same time, and it's looking like they might be. Raptors are a team to be reckoning with. Okay? That's the only reason I'm picking them. But again, Raptors on the road against the Warriors, who they should just rename to the Fighting Steph Currys. That's a horrible name. But it's truthy. All right, guys. A little bit of a long one today. I'm just kind of a chatty dude. We'll nip that in the bud. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, hit the ringy dingy, hit all, and then share. Sharing is still caring. And this is free of charge. All right? Thanks for stopping by. Peace, me homies. See ya.